Hi everyone, hopefully you're doing well. This is part two of three of day 897 in terms of velocity banking. My name is Will. I'm helping with velocity banking and understanding. If you need any assistance, please give me a call or contact. So let's go ahead and get started. In the first video, I shared and talked about the credit cards and how I was utilizing them in velocity banking. Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of the budget. So the first thing I did was go through all my credit cards and pull down the statements electronically, put them in an Excel format, and categorize them in terms of the different areas that I utilized the money. So those came up to $8,575.39 and put them into the different categories to see where it went. Salary, as I pointed out, thinking like 62 or 6,500 coming in. So this additional about 2,000 is extra sitting on the credit cards. All right, so let's kind of see where the money, some of the money went. So in eating out for the month of June, $26.24 out here in Northern California. Groceries, which was one of the harder hit areas, $166.69 for the month. Some of those things are miscellaneous, necessary wants, but kind of like not needs. So I can cut back on those things and look at it again. Repairs came out to be about 1785.36. Those are some of the repairs on properties that I have. And again, I picked up the properties in 2005, 2008. I just took on a roommate, purchased my first home, and then went on to purchase four homes. Got into bankruptcy in 2008 because I over leveraged. Pretty much probably just got too greedy. But I use what's called house hacking, and the roommate was paying me $400 a month. I was utilizing that to pay down my debt, although inflation was eating into it. So after maybe 6 or 7 years of being together, it could have been down to 200, 250 a month. But the primary purpose was to buy assets and utilize whatever resources I could. Moving to online pay. So in terms of online payment, that totaled $5,218.58. And here are pretty much the my W-2 income from my employer. So you can see where I dropped that in as payments. So as mentioned before, when I pick up my paycheck, I immediately put it onto my home equity line of credit that I recently received last year. But prior to that, I was dumping my monthly W-2 income and investment income onto a credit card to pay down debt, which is a strategy of the velocity banking. Gas was a hard hit area for me this month also. $435.16 in gas, averaging about $6 a gallon here in Northern California. One of the things that I did was slow down. I was doing about 65 to 75 miles per hour a day and going to work. So that was spending up a lot of gas. I kind of slowed it down to now I'm doing 55 miles an hour in general. As soon as I leave the office, I set it on 55, hit the interstate. It takes maybe an hour and 10 to get home. And I have the Nissan Altima, so it's getting 39 to 49 miles to the gallon. 2014, I think that's Nissan. And again, I'm getting about 39 to 40.9 miles to the gallon. Okay, so that's saving some money, and I'm gonna see how that falls out. Plus the gas prices come down. And now about $919 in miscellaneous. That's a DMV registering two of worse than the Nissan at $270. There was the fee, additional fees, went over to Goodwill. The insurance, $396.66. That's for 6 months for two vehicles. One is the Kia 2015 and the Ultima 2014. So this is for two vehicles, 6 months in California, Northern California, outside of the Bay Area. So what is that a month? Let's see. Okay. That gives me $66.11 a month. And what about, let's look at per vehicle. One may be higher than the other. $33.06. So that's what I'm paying on two vehicles in Northern California for my automobile rates. Okay, so again, that's the overview of the budget and kind of detail and the areas. So I'm gonna kind of look at if I can cut back on the eating out. See where I'm hitting the groceries because that's also pushing up the gas as many times that I went. The repairs, that should fall off next month. Online payments should fall off next month, but I'm definitely will be dropping in my entire paycheck into the lines of credit that I have and then paying off the debt. Gas, I'm gonna continue to slow down, stay at 55 miles per gallon, 55 miles per hour, and also just the general other bills and things that I have. And all right, well, thank you very much for joining me for part two, and I will be making part three in just a moment. Have a great day. Bye bye.